The Electoral Commission of South Africa has held a press conference on hosting Africa's first meeting of the Association of World Election Bodies this week. This is the 5th General Assembly of the Association of World Election Bodies. The General Assembly taking place in Cape Town from tomorrow, and it constitutes a total of 119 election management bodies from 109 countries. The aim is to identify the latest trends, challenges and developments in democratic election management and electoral processes. Let's quickly touch base with our reporter Mbali Thethani, who will be attending that particular assembly. Mbali, good morning to you once again. I'm about to have a conversation with someone who left their political home of 20 years. It's someone that will be familiar to you, Magashule Ghana. And he says he wants nothing to do with the political parties that are present today in South Africa. Instead, he wants to be part of something new, but that will be seen as a credible alternative. Why am I telling you all of this? That's because the challenge for South Africa's Electoral Commission is that more and more voters are not finding joy in South Africa's electoral system. They simply are not interested anymore. Is there something that can be done at this assembly to enthuse the public that elections are important?
That's certainly right, Koli. And, you know, that makes this particular conference in which we are attending very important because, you know, it looks at issues like that nature, especially when it comes to low voter turnout, when you have the youth not voting and not taking the polls seriously, because many people saying that, well, they do not have an alternative. At the same time, Koli, you also know that there is that all-important independent candidates issue in South Africa that still needs to be passed in Parliament, and we're almost just a month away from hearing from Parliament in terms of what is the next step, you know, whether we will be seeing those independent candidates on the ballot paper in 2024. That is also the work of the IEC, who needs to prepare for a future, you know, where, you know, independent candidates will now find themselves on ballot papers. But this conference is a conference of election bodies, at least from 109 countries, and at least 119 of those bodies will be descending here from today, Kole. And of course, they will be sharing their experiences, they will be sharing their challenges, and also trying to find solutions, you know, to problems that many countries are facing when it comes to, you know, the patterns of voters in many countries across the world. But joining us now, we are joined by the chairperson of the IEC. His name is Mosotho Moepa. Thank you so much, Mosotho, for joining us on Newzroom Afrika. Of course, you are meeting here as electoral bodies across the world. It is the 5th General Assembly. One thing in particular that you will be looking at are the various challenges that not only faces South Africa, but many countries across the world. Indeed,
Mbali, thank you very much for this opportunity to be chatting. This is an important event for electoral democracy the world over. We have, as you have said, 119 members. In fact, I understand there'll be 120 because there's a member that's joining us at this conference. And these are people who are in the positions that we are in. Some are seeing challenges slightly differently from others, but in the main, we face the same challenge. We have to run credible, free and fair elections. There are challenges we see, voter turnout, amongst others, the questioning of, elections, how they are held, the role of social media in influencing the outcomes, the behavior of candidates, political parties, election management bodies, officials, commissions themselves. These are the challenges we need to embrace and we'll be dealing with here. We also have scholars who are serving in the area of work that we do. People whose function day in and day out is to look at how well we do, how do we compare with others in the world, what are the kind of challenges we face in this region versus another region, or in this country versus another country. And these are the matters that we're dealing with. We are so enriched by the people that will be meeting here.
Mosotho, another issue that the IEC is faced with, you are waiting for the deadline, the 10th of December. A number of political leaders have left their political homes. Some of them are aspiring to be on that ballot paper in 2024 as an independent candidate. It's quite important for you to find solutions in terms of how elections will be carried out in 2024 in line with the independent candidates.
Yes, indeed. For us, this is not just a challenge. It's a reality that we have to deal with. The Apex Court has spoken. The Parliament is dealing with that challenge. We ourselves have been called upon where some things were technical to indicate what impact the proposed bill would have on those things. And we look forward to this. Of course, we don't have much time, but we do believe that there are many good citizens, many well-meaning people, political parties, civil society organizations, members of the public, citizens, who are going to help all of us to find solutions to this bill. 2024 is not an option. We have to face 2024. We have to be well prepared for it, and we know that in 2024 we need to have independent candidates. That's how we, from the Electoral Commission of South Africa, are preparing ourselves.
All right, thank you very much. Of course, that is Mosotho Moyapia. He is the chairperson of the IEC, of course, saying that 2024 is a reality, and the reality is that there will indeed be those independent candidates on that ballot paper, but it is for them now to navigate in terms of timeframes and how this country will be getting to officially bringing on board those independent candidates. But